Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your HIMediaTV news update. I am your host, and from NBC News, 6th grader killed in Iowa school shooting is identified as details emerge about a hero principal by the name of Dan Marburger. Was one of the 7 people injured in Thursday's shooting. His daughter said he wasn't surprised to hear that he tried to calm the shooter down because that's just dad. This story by Minavone Burke, Daniel Arkin, and Adrian Brodus. The day after a school shooting rocked a small Iowa community, more details are emerging. Alamir Yoloff, 11, was killed by 3 gunshot wounds, and his manner of death was ruled a homicide by the Iowa State Medical Examiners, people said. Officials on Friday also said that more people were injured than previously reported. In total, 7 were hurt Thursday during the morning shooting. The Iowa Department of Public Safety said that's up 2 from the previous count of 5. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court allows Idaho to enforce its strict abortion ban even in medical emergencies. The justices said they would hear arguments in April and put a hold on a lower court ruling that had blocked the Idaho law in hospital emergencies based on a lawsuit filed by the Biden administration. The Idaho case gives the court its second major abortion dispute since the justices in 2022 overturned Roe v. Wade and allowed states to severely restrict or ban abortion. This court is also, in the coming months, is hearing a challenge to the Food and Drug Administration's rules for obtaining mifepristone, one of the 2 medications used in the most common method of abortion in the United States. In the case over hospital emergencies, the Biden administration has argued that the hospitals that receive Medicare funds are required by federal law to provide emergency care, potentially including abortion, no matter if there's a state law banning abortion. The administration issued guidance about the federal law, the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act, or the EMTLA, 2 weeks after the High Court ruling in 2022. The Democratic administration sued Idaho a month later. U.S. District Judge B. Lynn Windmill in Idaho agreed with the administration, but in a separate case in Texas, a judge sided with the state. In a statement Friday night, President Joe Biden objected to the High Court's decision and said his administration will continue to defend a woman's ability to access emergency care under federal law. Idaho makes it a crime with a prison term up to 5 years for anyone who performs or assists in an abortion. And lastly, 4 new batches of documents naming Jeffrey Epstein's associates have been released. This includes 4 more, for a total of 132 documents were released Friday. About 19 documents were released Thursday, and the first 40 were released on Wednesday. The records are part of a defamation lawsuit brought by Virginia Joffrey, an alleged victim of the disgraced financier, against Epstein's longtime companion Ghislaine Maxwell. That the 2 settled in 2017. Epstein died by suicide, allegedly, in a Manhattan jail while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. Maxwell is serving a 20-year prison sentence after she was convicted in 2021 of aiding Epstein's sex trafficking of a young woman and girls. Her appeal will be heard in March. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for listening to HIMediaTV, your new HIMediaTV news update. I've been your host, and we thank you for your listenership. If you're listening on a podcasting app, please stick around for the post rolls. It helps out the show. And if you are listening on YouTube, please drop a subscribe and a like. It helps the show out immensely. And more importantly than those 2 things, let us know what you think about the stories down in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Have a wonderful rest of your night, day, morning. Time is relative.